morning, everyone. How is everyone doing this morning? Hope you're all doing well. I myself have been scrambling around like crazy, mostly because YouTube sucks. And even though I have it on, they did not save the live chat replay from yesterday. So I'm having a major ordeal to get all the people entered for the giveaway, because I can't go back through the live chat. And I was just going to put everybody who commented in yesterday's video in the giveaway. So now I'm having to literally scrub through it 5 seconds at a time, and luckily the chat is on the screen. So I've had to type all the names off the chat on the screen, and I'm only about 3/4 of the way through. So, yeah, that's been fun for the last 25 minutes. By the way, good morning, Knives Are Life. Thanks for hopping in this morning, Bob. Good morning, Keep It Scale Stupid and Mr. Drummer. And look who we got. We got Blade Junkie Tommy, the working man. Hasn't been able to join us recently, but got to make that money. So I totally get it. Hope you gentlemen are having a great start to your Saturdays. So, let me see here. What did I have in my pocket? I had... in my front pocket, I had my full-size FSD again. And in my back pocket, I had a new knife that I got yesterday. And that is the Aurelia. Love this knife. Love the looks of it. I love it just as much as I thought I would. It's got great action, great looks, great sound. The clip with that flattened out part underneath it works really well. Super glad I waited to get it at the price I did instead of getting it when it first came out, but I'm super glad I got it. Good morning, Mr. Michael. So now I have it and the, well, I don't even know where that knife is, huh? That's weird. What did I do with that? I think I might be missing a knife box somewhere, but that's all right. I will find it. Where is it? Huh. I thought I would look for it right now since I was thinking about it. But I don't know where my other my other knife is. Huh. Oh well. I seem to have misplaced it. That is very common for me. Aha, I found it. Let's see. Anybody else pop in while I was looking around? Nope. So yeah, now I have this one and that one. Both bangers, in my opinion. And y'all remember I had this one added. The bookmark on it has been on there forever. I got the yawns this morning. Y'all are going to have to bear with me. This working 7 days a week crap is getting out of control. Y'all go ahead and smash that like button, please. Help out. They're still screwing me. I'm doing my 2 videos a day, and they're still not showing them to anybody. So that's awesome. Love that. I was trying to find, yeah, here it is. So if I go over to the browser, y'all will see that over here in the bookmarks, we have one, the Aurelia pre-order. And there it is. It was originally $280. Drummer, yeah, it's not anything I'm doing different, Drummer. I'm doing the exact same thing. They just shadow ban me for a little while, and then it goes back to normal. But I haven't changed a single thing. It doesn't, I use the same titles. I just name my shorts after the knife. It doesn't matter what knife I get. I just gotta wait it out until they start promoting me again. It's not gonna matter what I title them or what I tag them. They're literally like shadow banning me, not promoting me to anyone. Pete said it's even hard to find my live. My lives aren't even showing up. But as you can see, they've given me 9 and 10 views like the last few weeks, and then below that they're all just the same, 700, 800, and I just name them all the same anyway. But it just keeps going like that, steady for months and months and months and months and months. And that's where I get 70% of my new subscribers, is through all these shorts. 900 views, 1,000 views, 700, 700, 900, 800, 800, 700, 900. They're all pretty much the same. All I do is upload 2 a day, and they get anywhere between 500 and 1,000 views, and that's how I gain subscribers. So as you can see, they just keep going and going and going and going, and they're all steady numbers. 900, 1,000, 600, 700, 600, 600, 700, 600, 500, 700, 600, 700, 800. And they're all the same exact videos. Until 2 weeks ago, and they just dropped me down to nothing. After I posted the anthem, and it was right at Christmas, so something they've set, they're not promoting me to anybody. And now I'm just getting less than 20 views. Pretty crazy. Yeah, I just have to wait it out. So if I keep scrolling down here, they did it at another time, and I told y'all about it. I deleted those videos and re-uploaded them after they got it fixed. So I don't know if it'll show up, but like 3 months ago or something, 4 months ago, they did the same thing. I was going to try to see down here. Yeah. See right here? Yep. So it went through. Let's see how long it lasted. I think it almost lasted a month. So, yeah, see, they really screwed me right here another time. Okay, so same thing. All these are 800s, 600s. 1,000, 800, and then all of a sudden, right here, they cut me back again and started doing the single digit ones. So you see these 90, 59, 50, 14, 18, 88, 11, 36, 25. So they did it for like 3 weeks. I think it's whenever they figure out. So if I go to my analytics, it'll show the graph. And whenever they notice the graph is way off, then they fix it. But I've already tried to message support. It's all good. I don't care. I'm just going to keep plugging away anyway. Good morning, Ed. So I am going to do the giveaway winner here in a minute after we figure out how to add the rest of the names. But yeah, I'm really loving this one. It's got a great sound to it. And then the knife that I started out carrying in my back pocket was the Doc Schiffer Recon. And I don't know if y'all remember, but when I got this knife, I said that this let me know that I could make my own folding knife because of the way it's made. It's made out of the most simple parts and materials. And when I was looking at it last night online, I noticed that in the ad, this is so funny and so like synchronicity. Morning, Waylon. So everything that this knife was made with was bought off of Alpha Knife Supply, which is the website we went to yesterday looking at titanium parts, or a couple of days ago. You're already in the giveaway, mister. All you had to do was comment on yesterday's video. But every part of this knife was bought from Alpha Knife Supply. And during the night, I lost a bearing on it, and that sucks. But at least I know that I can get all the parts for it at Alpha Knife Supply, because that's where it was built. But yeah, check this out. If I type in Doc Schiffer Recon AEB-L, and you go to the websites, it says right here at the bottom, these are all built in Doc's shop, with the main differences from his customs being the blades are jig ground and the scales are flat panels with broken edges with no lightning cuts in the interior. All materials are 100% U.S. sourced, and the hardware is from Alpha Knife Supply. Okay, hardware is from Alpha Knife. Sorry. But I thought that was so synchronicity hits again with this, because we just talked about that site like yesterday. Morning, Sever. All right, so can anybody help me out? I need some help on the giveaway. If you were here yesterday and you don't see your name on the wheel, I need you to let me know. So I've had to scrub through. YouTube is not showing my live replay for some reason. So I've had to scrub through this video and read the chat on the screen to get all the names off of it. And I've literally sat here for 25 minutes before this video started doing this, getting all the names off of here because I can't go to the live chat. So I don't know. I haven't seen Mr. Ed yet from yesterday. I think he might have popped in towards this end section. but I'm not positive. I've not seen his chat pop up on the screen. Are y'all able to go to yesterday's video and see the live chat replay? Because I can't. All right, TC Blades, I've already got him entered. Cliff, got him entered. Co-Bunny, got him entered. B Shady, got him entered. Y'all got to bear with me. I'm almost to the end here. Burning Stables Forge, got him entered. Oh, and then we're over. So I did not see Ed pop up yesterday. Paul Mills, I got him. Laid off Pete, Nick, got all those. William, Cliff, Pete, B Shady. I think we're Robin, I got him entered. William. Somebody popped in here at the very end and put one comment in. I can't remember who that was. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't. Okay, so that's all I got. So the ones I got so far are Nick, Pete, Robin, B Shady, Michael T, Paul Mills, Co-Bunny, JD, Fred the Lug, Matt Conklin, William H, Drummer, Sever 7, TC Blades, Mr. Cliff, and Burning Stables. I don't think Mr. Ed was here, but let me go see. Yeah, so everybody, Ed. Waylon, I don't think you were here yesterday, were you? Ed, I think you might have popped. I think I remember you saying Edyards. I'm going to add Ed just because I feel like he was here and he was listening, and I think he did pop in and say Edyards. So I'm going to add Ed. Everybody else, I think I've got added. Thank y'all for re-becoming members. That's awesome. Pretty sure Keep It Scale Stupid wasn't here yesterday because he always says Gator at the end, and he didn't say that yesterday. Yeah, around like a donut. All right, so I think I've got everybody. I didn't see it yesterday, Keep It Scale Stupid. I think that was the day before, but yeah, because we just watched it again. You can see at the end here. Let's see if it shows my laters. I don't think it does. I need to get a TCAL. There's people still talking here. We've only got... Oh, y'all were talking about who could make handles. Yeah, it didn't show my laters, but if you say you did, you got to participate in the chat to be entered yesterday. So you got to talk to us. Let us know what you want to see and ask a question. All right, so I think I got everybody. Let me close that. Let's see, make sure we got some spin slowly. Spin time, make it 30 seconds to make it seem like it's going a long time. Ticking sound. After spin, applause. All right. Animate winning entry. Ed, yeah, I added you, buddy. You're on there. I think I remember seeing you, but your name is right up here at the top now, Mr. Ed. I remember you coming in and saying Edyards. All right. Good morning, Scott. It's the weekend again, huh? Seems like the weekend just happened. I swear time is getting faster. I don't think I'm going to spin exactly this second. But we got the wheel ready. I got a few more things to go over here. So I got, let's see. I got another knife in the mailbox yesterday. And that is a ProTech. And it is my Malibu that I've been wanting for a while. And it is just a black on black Malibu. It looks like brand new. There's no marks even on the clip. I think it's pretty much never been used. And yes, I love the deep carry clip on it. I love the action of it. I loved my fake Malibu, so I decided to get a real one. And it matches my other ProTech exactly. Well, not exactly. But my only other ProTech is the Black Integrity 3, TR3 Integrity. So they kind of match. It doesn't have the dragon skin, or I mean the reptile or whatever the pattern is on this one. ProTechs just have a clunk like other knives don't. They're just super solid feeling. They feel very much so like the Anthem that I've talked about with the solid feel. And both of these, and this is a flipper only knife, but I love it because of the blade shape and how useful it is and how solid it feels. So I picked one up. I got it for $140, which you can't beat. 20 CV blade steel, ProTech, supporting USA for $140. I like it. Repo Man. I haven't seen that movie in a long time. That reminds me of that one movie. What is the name of that movie? Where Michael Douglas plays it's called Used Cars. I think it's Michael Douglas. Not Michael Douglas. what's his name? Married Goldie Hawn. Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell. Used Cars. That was a good movie. Y'all remember that movie? Or am I just the only old one? All right, so I got another ProTech. I also got my last of the 3 Kaiser Christmas knives I got. I've shown y'all the other 2. The white one and the green one. The nice guy. And then this is the red version of the Yeti Bear with the non-toolless blade change, which I prefer on these. But this is the red one. Yeah, Used Cars was the name of that movie. He got sued because he said he had a mile of cars. But Pete got one of the white ones, like I got. It's in one of these boxes, and it's got the toolless removal where you push on it. And evidently, after giving it a bunch of flicks, the blade comes loose in those toolless ones. But I think the one with the screws, like on here, I think these are probably better. But I like the cutouts on this one. It'll make a good gift too. I just got these for gifts. I didn't get them for myself. They were $30 a piece. I can turn somebody on to a Kaiser knife for $30 and get them into knives or something, get them into Kaisers, who knows. But I did finish getting the 3rd one of those. And then, last but not least, I got, let's see, let me move this over here. Man, both of these knives have great action. This one has better action closing than this one does, but they're really close. All right, sorry. I got sidetracked. So last but not least, you remember the other day we were looking at these things, and they are the 3 little titanium sliders that you could buy on AliExpress. And I guess this one has a name. I can't remember the name of it. It's got something to do with this pattern on it. But these are super cool to play with, little sliders. And these make some great noises. I'm going to try to see if I can get where you can hear it, but I don't know if you can hear that ringing, but hold on. Hopefully you could hear that. Like, they make a really cool vibrating noise. And then when you do this, they make a really wild noise. I don't know if you can hear that either, but it makes like a ratchet sounding noise. And it's just with it vibrating here. But these are all 3 pretty cool. This one has the same kind of pattern on the outside. It's like this one, but it's got the same like pattern as the inside magnets. But they all 3 are titanium, about $20. Super cool. And they make some awesome little noises. Anyway, this one will make that same. So if you push it off to the side here and go like this and then throw it in the air, it does a little weird noise. But yeah, I'll post the link for these. These 2 are the same, just different milling. And then this one is a little smaller and has like a milled magnet instead of all those little but these are the little fidget things that I got. Yeah, I've got a link, TC. I'll post them here in just a second. Y'all know I'll take care of you. All right, so let me hop over to my Chrome browser where I ordered them, and hold on, I'll get the exact links. And they came super quickly. I mean, like 10 days quickly. Let me get logged in here. Hold on. Just a second, guys. I need to drink some coffee, too. All right. Oh, I might have used a whole different email account because I wanted to try to get a... I did. Let me check, and now I got to figure out which email account I used. Hold on. Did I order? Wow. Oh, I think I know which one I used. Let's see if I remember. Yes. Now I remember. Hold on. Oh, actually, I can post a link from my... So if you want to get the first-time buyers discounts, you have to use a different email account. So let me sign in with the one I used. Oh my goodness, it's not even in here. Why is it not in here? Dang, how can I find those orders? This is no good. Here's the email account. Let me see if I can get signed in. Google. Oh, okay. I do have it on my AliExpress. Hold on. I had the wrong... I was thinking it was the wrong email address. All right. Here we go. Links coming up. Wow, they locked my account. What the heck? With your pass key. What is my pass key? All right, I got it. This isn't it either. All right, I give up. I'm just going to go look. What was the name of that thing that I bought? Y'all know the name of the X one? Like the real name? Andrew had knew the name of it. Let's see. Titanium fidget slider. Let me find the exact links for the ones I got because, okay, there's one of them. There's the little one. Let me see if I can get to the store. Good grief, it's giving... AliExpress doesn't like me today. Yep, got a bad link. Great. Because this isn't the real link for this product. My goodness. Alright, I'm going back. Did y'all tell me the name of that thing yet? That X one? Because I think if I type that in, it'll be easier to find this thing. I could have sworn I was signed into the right account, but let me make sure. Let me try one more account. It's not that one. Wonder if it's my Blade Alchemy account. I don't think it is, but yeah, I didn't get it from, I don't know. I don't know where it is. I'll have to get back to y'all on those links. If we knew the name of the one, here, let me just do a search. I think I can find it if I do this. Good grief. Why does everything not work when you're trying to do it on video? So this thing is a clone of something else. And I think if we can find that something else, well, it didn't like that picture. Yep, it's not wanting to be nice today. I bet if I open it up, that might help. It's called the Toad X. Toad X. Projectiles are sharp. Good morning. All right, so that one's called the Toad X. So now I can type in Toad. And not find it. Because, you know, they don't want me to find it today. I feel like I ordered it like a week ago. They were delivered yesterday. Aha, there's the one I got. But it keeps going to this stupid page. I can't go to the store. I don't want to see their business license. Fidget Toy Happy Life Store. Fidget Toy Happy Life Store, AliExpress. All right, here's the store that I got that one at. Maybe I got them all three from the same store. Well, I can't even find the one I was in this store. Aha, here's the one. All right, here's one of them. We're getting there. Here's one of the links coming to chat. Good morning, Clayton. I got something to talk about with you, too. I did a little bit of searching last night, and I wanted to get your opinion on some things. See, I swear. Aha, there's one of the other ones. That one's stainless steel. Well, I got one of them so far. Hey, look, there's the cards. There's a Lego one. Toad X. There it is. All right, here's the second one. Coming at you. The actual Toad X. There's that one. And then the last one. Pretty sure it was this one. I think that's all 3 of them now. There you go. I'm going to copy those and throw them in the Discord too real quick. Let's see. Click on this one. Copy the link. Go to the Discord. Go to links. Fidget sliders. There's the first link. Here's the second link. If you haven't joined the Discord, please do so. All these links will be on there along with all kinds of other stuff that we've talked about and gone over. All you got to do to join it is go to the top of my YouTube page and click the link. When you go to my YouTube page, at the top there's a blue link that says Discord.gg. All you got to do is click that link to join. It's free, doesn't cost you nothing. You don't have to download an app. All right. So the Toad Slide Infinite. Thank you, Mr. Ed. All right, so we found it. Thank goodness. Now let's get back. I got a few links to ask Mr. Burning Stables Forge about. So I am going to trade him a knife for one of his zip fixed blades. One of these. But I want one with one-of-a-kind handles. So I went looking for stuff last night. And I found a ton of stuff. But I was curious what y'all thought of some of these. I don't know where to start. We'll start with this Mammoth Ivory Fusion. Now I've got some of these won't work because of the thickness. And I know that. But some of them you can get them in blocks. I needed to ask him. But what do y'all think about these Juma Dragon scales? Juma material scales. So I think the Juma looks pretty cool. There's a place that shows them better. Let's see if I can find. Yeah, so they make a dragon resin, a snake resin. And I kind of like the Juma. Not sure about it. They got a dragon and a snake in different colors. Juma is... Okay, hold on. Juma... Let's see. It's a colored... It just says that. It just said it. Premium material. Easy to work with. It's a thermoformable thermoset plastic with resins and anyway, that was another one. I like the the Mammoth Ivory. I said mammary. That's hilarious. I like these burl scales too. Poplar. Some of these were pretty wild. Let's see. I had, and Rich Light looks really cool when you round it off. And I liked this Britannica Rich Light. Good morning, Trouble Bunny. Let me see what else I had. So I also have this poplar. I really like this one. This Burlwood poplar, dark yellow. I don't know how thick of a block I need, though. Yeah, I need a memory grip. But I want to buy something that nobody else has. And what do y'all think of this camel bone? I kind of like this camel bone. And Knife Kits has all kinds of scale material. I didn't realize how much scale material they had. But check that out. Here's camel bone in a snake wood pattern with amber that I thought looked really cool. Here's a plum wood, spalted plum wood handle block stabilized. I really like that one too. But Knife Kits has any kind of, this might be the place that had the, no. They have any kind of wood you can think of, though. Let me see what else I had. So, that was an exotic wood that's stabilized that I like also. Just a dark wood. This purple, now this one would be something special. And a lot of them tell you how you should finish them. It says, we recommend sanding to 800 grit, and then buff. But I want to get something that's one of a kind. So, some of these, let me see what else I got. Oh, then I got bearings. Wanted y'all to see these two Wee knives just because, you know, art. And those are two Wee knives I didn't even know existed, I don't think. They're called the Eschaton and Ericus, but I didn't know they were that wild. When we were looking at wild knives the other day, we should have ran across those. Let's see, what other links did I have? I had links to a couple of items. Now I remember I was looking for bearings. I was trying to find the ones. Oh, and I wanted y'all to see this. So Freedom Knife Shop, who has had the best deal on Spyderco's forever, has had to change their policy about the price changing when you go to checkout because they got busted for selling stuff under MAP. So now they've gone to where they've got a rewards program instead. And if you go sign up, they'll give you $10 in store credit just for signing up. But you're supposed to get 25% back from every order in coins. But they're unable to do, they got there was a big thing about them selling knives under map, and Spyderco got to them, I guess. So that was interesting. Then I had this one I wanted to show because I haven't seen this knife, and it looked like a big, nice, wild titanium knife. I wanted to go maybe check out this maker. So it's the Degman by Direct Steel. One I have not seen or heard of. It is 9 inches long. Looks like you can get lots of different. I have not seen. He's got quite a few knives. I don't think I've seen any of these. I mean, I may have, but I don't think so. They sure are pretty. That one's super cool with the subtlety of it. Yeah. So what other knives does he have? They have the Degman, the Quintus. I don't think I've seen any of these. Quintus. Pretty wild knives. I'd say they're probably pretty pricey. 8.2 on that one. They all seem like this is a toucan, and then it looks like he makes a toucan XL. I don't think I've seen these either. Who is this person? This let's see. Home contact about full-time Derek Steele, full-time knife maker. Dario, Croatia. Okay. Croatia. No wonder I haven't seen him. But he looks like he does his thing. Let's see the Toucan XXL. That's a double XL. Wow. Mr. Ed, that looks like one you would love to take pictures of. Yeah, Ed, I've got a kit with resin, and I've got some powders and all that, but I've got the epoxy and stuff to do all that. But I just need to get him some material to make a knife with. I got too much on my plate right now to worry about trying to do that too. It's much better to just buy something and send it to him. But yeah, I've got some epoxy, part A and part B, and some of the dyes, and some glow-in-the-dark powders, and all kinds of stuff. So I could get a piece of live wood and with a knot in it, and take the knot out and fill it up with resin and make my own little chunk of handle material. But I just don't have working 7 days a week right now, and trying to get this 3D printer and laser set up. So I'm kind of taxed a little bit. I like these knives though. All right, then I had I wanted to look at these scales on this. Like, this whole knife looks pretty sweet. I like the back spacer. I think he shows the back spacer. Yeah, and it makes me want to do a REK reblade again. New year, new scales. All right, so I think that's about it. Let's go over to the wheel. All right, let me close some of these. I've got to go. That camel bone is intriguing, though. And I like that poplar wood. That poplar burl would look good. And you know, if you get a piece of burl, no two pieces are going to be the same, so you're going to have a unique knife. And that, I mean, you couldn't tell me that wouldn't look unique. But I would need to get something thicker than this, probably. It's $50 for those. I need to know how big, how thick I need each side of the pieces, Mr. Burning Stables. Quarter of an inch. Half an inch. Not sure. All right, so we got the wheel to decide today's winner, or yesterday's winner, episode 350 winner. I got to go use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Y'all hold on. Well, that was a good one. All right, I'm back. So, let's get this wheel spinning. This is everybody who came in and participated in chat during the video yesterday. Yeah, what happened, Paul? What's going on with you? Dealing with woman problems? They'll do that to you. Hope things get better for you, Mr. Paul. See if I can make this full screen. There we go. That fits a little better. Close this. How do you close this? It doesn't matter. All right. So this will be for the giveaway from yesterday. I'm going to shuffle it a few times. There's 18 entries. Good luck, everyone. All right, I think that's enough shuffling. Close that. Y'all ready? When I see good luck from everybody, I'll spin it. All right. Gotta wait 30 seconds, I guess. I've got to try to find bearings for that knife. Where did that knife go? What in the world? How did I lose that knife already? All right, so Ed got the good luck from everybody, said, so that's all we needed. That's all I was waiting on. Where in the heck did I put that Doc Schiffer knife I need to fix? All right, I'll find it here in a minute, but let's spin this and see who wins. Yeah, Pete, you're on there. Laid off Pete right there on the right. All right, good luck, everybody. Let's spin. All Mills, Matt Conklin, All Mills. There we go. I'm going to draw a couple of backups in case he doesn't respond within 24 hours. I'm going to shuffle them all again, see who wins the 2 backup places. Spin. Bunny, Robin. Like Robin, maybe. Bunny. Bunny is the first backup winner. Do a couple more shuffles. And let's spin again. See if I can guess it. Drummer? Not quite. I think the second backup is going to be Mr. Ed. The famous Mr. Ed. All right. So Paul Mills, I will try to contact him. Congratulations. All you gotta do is comment and be part of the discussion in the mornings. The inner projectiles are sharp. At least that's how I do it a lot of times. All right, now this is ridiculous that this knife is missing. Because I literally just had it out here. And I don't have any enemies nearby. I need to go back on the video and see what it looks like I did to it. But we need to find some... Aha! There's something in here. I put it in the Protect box. What an idiot. This guy's an idiot. At least he found it. Oh, thank you, Cliff. I was going to try to get a hold of him on Instagram probably, but saves me the time. Thank you, sir. So yeah, I lost a bearing last night at work in this knife. And when I take it apart, you'll see why. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I got you. I wasn't doing anything except getting this knife out of the stupid Protect box. I had it in the bag in the Protect box for some stupid reason. But when you see how plain and easy this knife is, this knife has a crazy detent too, and I couldn't figure it out. And I figured it out last night. And it's because it doesn't have a lock bar insert. It just has a hole. You can see he drilled a hole in the lock bar and just put the detent ball straight into there. But check out the size of these bearings in this thing. Pretty crazy. Oh, and the pivot screw is just a regular screw. So when he said he got the hardware from Alpha Knife Supply, like it's just a tiny little screw, same size as the other ones. So that's pretty weird that the pivot. Yeah, I've not used this background to disassemble any knives yet, so it is going to be a pain in the butt. But check out the size of these bearings. They're those microscopic size. They're not even 4 millimeter. I think they're 1/8 pivot, 1/8 of an inch pivot. But they're super tiny. And I dropped them both on the floor and I found one of them. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention, of course. But like I said, this one does not have a lock bar insert. It's just got a giant detent ball, and that detent ball sticks up very proud and goes into this hole on the blade and like snaps into place. Like, it's pretty wild how much detent this knife has. I've got a magnetic tray. I wouldn't have had that with me at work anyway, so I don't usually lose stuff. I'm very good. In fact, I haven't lost a bearing in forever. But for some reason, I think I might have some of these this size. And I might even have some skiffs that will work. So we're going to go through my bag of wonders here and see what I can find. I need the time. I've got a couple. There's those 1.3 millimeter hex keys that I said I needed. All right. These are all too big. That's what she said. There's a couple of, there's some roller bearings. Weird. Those are way too big. All these pivot size are going to be way too big. But I think I've got a pair in here somewhere of some tiny, tiny ones. So let's see what we got here. Still haven't found them. That's a whole parts kit for a knife. All right, those are getting smaller. There's got to be some skiffs in here. Aha. These are the ones I thought were the smallest ones I had. Those might work. I wanted to measure these anyway. I can order some if I need to. I've got a skiff bounty, so I can hopefully use the money from that bounty to save a little bit. All right, let me put all this stuff back up. All right, what are these? These are skiffs. But these are giant skiffs. And these are just regular, like, green thorn bearing, double row. All right. Put all these back up. Let me look what size. Let me measure these to begin with. I wanted to know how thick they are. I think they're 1.2 millimeters. But let's find out. It might be 1 millimeter. Yep, 1.2. So I guessed right on that. And I think they are 6.7 or something, pretty close. Let me see here. Let me push it down between here until it. Dang it. 6.5. Yeah, they're right at 6.5. All right. .67 actually, 6.66. So the ones I found that were 6.7 and 1.2. Let me see what the inside of this is. I think I found some that will work perfectly, but I can't even get these calipers in there. There we go. 3.30 internal. All right. So I found some last night, and that's what those links were that I clicked on earlier. So one of these should work, if I'm correct. So they have right here, 6.8 by 4.2 by 1.0. That's not the right ones. They got to be 1.2. All right, so let me check the other link because I thought that might be the case. .3. All right, 1.2. 8.5 by 5. See, I need something small like this. All right, now we got to go to the skiffs, because I think Skiff makes one that will work perfect, and that is these right here. Let's look at the measurements. 3.2 in the middle, so 3.3 is perfect for the pivot. 6.6 and 1.2. So those are exactly the size I need. I measured 3.3 on the inside. I measured 6.6 on the outside. And I measured 1.2 on the thickness. So I did find the right skiffs, and I didn't even have any way to measure last night at work. I used a printed ruler and figured it out. So that is the correct skiffs I need to order, and I do have a bearing bounty, so that'll help. For now, can we get this knife back together with some other bearings? And are these two small enough to work? Are they 1.2 wide? That's the whole thing. No, they're 0.8. All right, how thick are these? Because I might have a little slop while I'm waiting on these skiffs to come in, but at least I can have the knife back together. So how thick are these? 1.0 or 1.2? These are 1.2. So these should work on the knife if they'll fit down in that hole, which they won't. Oh man, look, they barely don't fit. Dang it. So I could possibly use these for now, but they're only 0.8. Probably got some washers I could fix that with. These will fit down in the hole perfectly. I guess it's better to Let me see here. I could at least put one of these in here as a placeholder for now. Until the skiffs come in. That is better than it rubbing on the blade. But yeah, this pivot screw is crazy. Just being a regular screw like the body screws. Pretty wild. Yeah, it doesn't want to quite get tight enough because they're not quite thick enough, but I will order the correct skiffs and fix this knife. And it should make the knife feel even better. So I try to be the total optimist, find the good in things. So maybe I was supposed to lose that bearing so I could get some skiffs in this knife. But at least now it's not rubbing against the blade and the scale. It won't tighten up all the way though. But it is locked up and usable till I get my skiffs. All right. Thank y'all for sitting through that with me. I know that was riveting to watch. Those go in there. Whoops. These go in there. These two go in here too. All right, bearings put back up for next time. All right.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
I didn't ask you to. I don't know what she thinks I'm saying sometimes. Alexa, what did you think I just said?
I heard, all right.
Okay, so you heard all right, and you thought that meant to talk? All right, then. All right. Today I've got something out for delivery, but I can't remember what that is. Oh, I bought an awesome knife. Ill Knives. No, it definitely wasn't my wife. I bought a knife last night that I've been wanting forever. And that led me to make a declaration that I'm going to find a knife that I've been looking for this year. And I need y'all to look out for me and not buy it out from under me. And that is the Kevin John Wing. So, the Kevin John Wing is a copy of the integral. Hold on. The Loxa by Scott Cook. It's a big version of the Loxa. And it is the knife on the right. The Loxa is on the left. And I got to find one this year for my collection. That is the Kevin John Wing. Venom Wing. It is that knife right there. So that being said, I was able to find one I have been looking for a while, and that is the Kevin John Matrix, which is this knife. Comes with the tools. This is what it looks like on one side. Maybe. My computer doesn't lock up. That is what it looks like on one side. And this is the other side, I think. Did we just look at two of the same side? No, that had the clip on it, right? Yep. Flip side. Show side. Beautiful knife. So, I found that one finally. It is on the way to me. And I've got to find the wing this year. They are hard to find. Maybe y'all can keep an eye out for me and let me know if you run across one. All right. Yeah, I've got all kinds of mats. I don't want y'all to think that I would like literally work on knives with this crazy mat. I would probably use something like my NAFS mat. And I've also got magnetic holders and electronics. I've got silicone mats that have all the little trays for working on electronics that I don't use very often. But I've got all kinds of mats, including this one. Yeah, I hear you, Ed. Hopefully I'll stay a little bit on top of things, a little more so. So hopefully I'll run across one first. And then you can run across one. But you've got all the connections too, so you might run across one too and find me a second one. Either way, I hope we both find one this year. I bought another one of these yesterday as a guy was selling it and I got a good deal on it. And I love this knife so much. And it is a high number too. This one is 191 and I bought 197. And it's supposed to be tuned just as good as this one is, so hopefully it is. I bought something else too, but I can't remember what that is. Something cheap. Oh yeah, I bought a second. Somebody had said how they liked my rat in the video, so I went ahead and scooped one of those to give to whoever that was that said they liked the way it looks. I think it was Andrew. And I think he's claimed it actually. But y'all remember the rat. Tommy, I just know that when he first started making them, he didn't glue the pins in good. So the higher the number, the more likely the pins are attached correctly. Because he didn't start noticing it until he'd already made some. And I think he's making them in order. I think the pins are better on these and more reliable because these pins seem really tight in this one. So that's my theory anyway. When I get the other one, I'll be able to tell. He just made a post as well about anybody that bought one of his knives. Oh, and you remember I was talking about that he's going to be releasing the M-Fire soon? Well, he posted the video on the M-Fire today, and it's a titanium milled one. looks super cool. But that is he's going to include different strength magnets for people that like, more magnet. But he's going to release these for sale soon. And then he also made a post about the pins. And it says, for customers who experience loosened pins on the FSD or mini FSD, please rebond the pins using JB Weld. I will reimburse you for the cost of purchasing the adhesive. And he said that when he releases the Cortex Mini, that he'll take the cost of the JB Weld out of that. That'd be one way he'd reimburse it. But he said he'll reimburse you for the cost of the JB Weld. Yeah, Tommy, I bought one of the first ones too. And I sold it the same day because it had the messed up pins. But if you get JB Weld and get them back in there good, then it really doesn't matter. And I definitely don't like that knife that he came out with. That one right there. I just think the front flipper is way too long when it's closed. I like everything else about it. If he would just cut off that front flipper some. But you can see here at the beginning how big it is. It just sticks up a little too much. But I like the knife, and that's an original design. And it's got reversible, 4-way reversible clips, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, there's things I like about it, but and I can always take the flipper tab and the front flipper and make it smaller. Like, it probably would work if it was down even with the scales. But I don't know. Anyway, you never know. But I can't wait to try that M-Fire out. He's going to include 2 to 3 different magnets so people can tune it. Yeah, it is an issue with some of them. But the ones that Lemifshi just released of the mini FSD have the pins in the blade again, like the Cortex does. Let me see if that post is down here somewhere. There's a post talking about that. He kind of takes a shot at Winter Pudding about not having to worry about gluing your pins back in. Yeah, right here. No. Should be getting close, though. Somebody looking for one of those alpha hunters. I'm not sure. Is that the one I bought? Yeah, that's the one I bought yesterday. Come on. Couple of Kevin Johns. Wrong bearings. All right, we're getting really close because I remember these posts. Well, I say that, but I don't see it yet. Here we go. I think this is his, let's see. Right here. Lemifshi Mini FSD, a stop pin that never loosens. It has been released on 668 store. So it's got it built into the blade like it's supposed to. Thought there was a picture on here somewhere, but yeah. And then his Dixons are coming soon, along with the Mojave. Yeah, they should be press fit, but they should be put in the blade like they're supposed to be. They didn't want to deal with the trouble of putting it in the blade, so they put it in the side and put the notch in the blade instead of putting them in the blade and putting the notch in the scale. So he just kind of worked backwards. Could have sworn there's a picture somewhere of the insides of it, but maybe not. Soon to be launched on the market. Wish we had some more pictures or video. So the Cortex has the pins in the blade. But it's just hard to get the pins to stay in the blade too, because they have to put a hole in the blade and then get one of those pins to stay in there, which is kind of weird. And I don't have a home for all these knives. That's no good either. Thought I had enough room in my knife's case, but with my Malibu, I don't. So I guess the Malibu's going to stay out, and these two are going in for now. I haven't even taken apart my my M390 Cortex XL. I want to see if it's got the pins in the blade. It better. So we'll do that before we end the video here. We'll take apart my M390. Take apart my M390 Cortex XL. It's only 2 screws, so let's see if the pins on this one are in the blade. Get that in the middle of some white where I can see it. Yeah, I didn't have to take this one apart because the tuning was fine, so let's see what it's got. Hey, it doesn't have the tuning. Oh, yeah, it does. Wait, maybe it... No. Yeah, it does. So, see, the way that they do it is they put the channel on the scale, and then they put the pins on the blade. But they still have to get those to fit in there and lock in there. But looks like they got the press fit pretty good. I mean, you can see they got the tolerances really good on those. Oh, and it does say M390 on the inside. So somebody, Robin or Mitchell or somebody, Christopher was talking about buying one of the non-M390 ones and getting them confused. And I said he should start putting M390 on the inside or something. And he did that, which is cool. But the difference between this one and this one is the fact they put the pins in the blade like they're supposed to be. And I guess Winter Pudding just figured out a way to do it without having to go through that, putting holes in the blade. And that's where he messed up. But it still works if the pins are in place. So instead of putting instead of putting the notch in the scales and the pins in the blade, he did just the opposite on these. He put the notch in the blade and the pins in the scale. And both of mine look pretty good and press fit in there. I think the JB Welding stuff was only meant to like reinforce the press fit to make sure they didn't come out or something. But so that's the two different methods of doing it. Pins in the scale and channel in the blade, or pins in the blade and channel in the scales. But I've got this one tuned perfectly, and those pins don't look like they're going anywhere. So I'm cool with it. And I like how they all just have two screws to disassemble. Whoops. No, that's right. Yeah, there's a pivot and one screw on both of them. That's the best disassembly ever on a knife. But this one I can get super tight. The lockup is perfect and the D10 is perfect. And it still drops shut. But the two screw disassembly is super nice. Centering is perfect on this one. It's good to go. All right, this one. Same little two screw deal. I never turned off my phone today. I apologize for that. All right, we're good to go. They just pop back together like they're... I mean, the tolerances on these knives are getting really nice. And the fact they're even doing these pins is amazing to me. Come on, don't be weird. What in the world is going on here? Did I just cross thread my pivot? I hope not. Although it didn't feel the greatest. Oh, I'm on the wrong side. Oh my goodness. Guess they both come out. What in the world? Well, that was no good. What in the world did I just do? I think I just screwed up. All right, I'm not going to do this right now. I do not feel like messing with this knife on stream today. It's not wanting to play nice. So I'm not going to mess with it. I will fix it when I get off stream, just like I fixed the other one the other day. But something about something I just did, it didn't like. It has to do with this pivot right here. Might need to chase the threads on this thing. Now I can't even get it off, which is lovely. Shut up, phone. Well, that's not quite tight enough. All right. Yeah, I did not get that started right. Is it still just turning? What is going on here? Yeah, I'm not the happiest, Pete, but you can best believe I'll get it fixed. Why is this just turning? Oh my gosh. Yep, I'm not a happy camper. Looks like I'm gonna be hitting up Jufool to send me a new pivot. And why is that not even coming out? Alright, I'm pissed now. Make sure I don't lose anything else. I'll fix it. It's all good. I was just trying to show y'all real quick, of course, on video. And whenever you do that, that lock bar insert's nice on it. Everything about this knife is built nice. Why was this just turning? I don't know what's going on with it, but I'll get it figured out. Yeah, I'm not going to have to crush it. I should be able to get it out without messing up my pivot. I've got a gold one that I anode. I've bought enough knives from him. He won't have a problem sending me a pivot. But, and I can put it up until I get it. I need to put this screw in here. And then I can crank down on the pivot without worrying about crushing it, at least. Well, all right, guys, what else are we going to look at the end of the video here? Did I miss Paul coming in and claiming his prize? Guess not. I don't know. I don't understand why that was just spinning, though. It's almost like the inside the pivot was spinning, but I don't see how that could even happen. I'm going to try one more time here. I will get another pivot from him. There we go, at least. All right. There we go. I got it apart at least now. Now I need to find my taps. And I actually didn't mar that up too awful bad at all. I didn't squeeze it very hard. It actually looks okay. Y'all know I couldn't leave the video without getting it apart at least. Let me see if I can get it to act right. Yep, that one's screwed in all the way. Now, where's the other one? I think this is the side I'm going to have to worry about. And y'all know me, I'm usually really good about going backwards. But it's just on video. Oh, yeah. We're good. We're good. There you go. Well, might as well put it back together, huh? Unless y'all give me another knife you want to talk about. All right, this one goes on this side. Very carefully. This one goes over here. This one goes over here. This is the part of the knife it was in. All right. This one goes over here. Doing things with your fingers instead of tools is so much better precision wise. All right, there we go. That one on, bearing on, blade on. I think I put this together backwards. Oh, it's because of that weird pivot. The screw coming out of both sides of the pivot. It's actually right. Make sure that stays in place. All right, so good so far. Come on. Oh, this is the square one over here. That's what keeps it from spinning. I've got it on the right side though, at least. But that's why I was having some issues. So let's see what I can do here. Maybe if I turn this one. There we go. Come on, line up. Cool. I think I got it now, except I got to line up this pivot. There we go. Now we're good. There we go. Don't ever give up, guys. Just take your time and stick with it. Don't give up. Centering's good. Solid as a bank vault. Actually, probably a little too solid. All right, back together. Good deal. Well, at least y'all got to see me fail again. Seems to be like a recurring thing. Centering's perfect. We're good. But I was just showing y'all the difference between the two mechanisms. I think I'm going to carry this today because I don't have anywhere to put it. I don't have anywhere put this one yet either. And I think I'm going to carry one of these in my pocket today just to play around with. I like this one the most so far because it's the same texture everywhere, but it's got that X. And this one made a heck of a noise, like a ding. I don't know if y'all can hear that. But the cool little sound is when you fold it on the side here and throw it up in the air. Anyway, these are be fun to play with and mess around with, figure out stuff to do with them. You just bought 2 of them, Scott? Good deal, buddy. Yeah, if you push this on the side like that, and you toss them in the air, they do a weird vibrating to get back to where they need to go, and it makes that cool noise. Dang it. And when you don't do it right, they of course don't do that. So hold it like that and then. All right, guys. Appreciate y'all being here this Saturday morning. Hope y'all have a great weekend. If y'all need me for anything, hit me up. I think these two are going in my pocket, and this one is just going to be laying around. Congratulations to Paul. 2 weeks from today is our 1 year anniversary. So that'll be awesome. Waylon, thank you, sir. That is my pocket check for the day. Oh yeah, Burning Stables. I'm going to figure out what kind of materials. And I'll probably find one. Oh, I meant to do that real quick. So, what is the name of that place? Maker. Maker Material Supply. So you're going to go ahead and order some stuff from here. Probably anyway. So this Grip X, let's see, rough blocks. Here's the blocks. I was thinking about getting you to get me one of these for that knife, just to get it done in something. Let's see. So I wasn't sure how thick you needed. 4.9 inches long should be, and that's almost half an inch thick. 0.42 and 1.6. I think that would probably work. So I kind of like that one. The second time we've looked at it today. So I might get you to pick me up a block of that to make those handles out of. Yeah, let me see what I think here, Nick. Not seeing anything I just love so far. Everybody's got a different style. I mean, I kind of like the piecing stuff together with the lines. Yeah, that's not my style, Nick. It's cool. Don't get me wrong. I like the layers of stuff, but I think I like just a plain, that poplar burl yellow. Yeah, I just know that when I get this burl piece, there won't ever be another knife that looks exactly like it. There might be people that have used this, but they're all different patterns. Oh, they got B and C. I'd rather have B than C. And there's 1 inch thick for $28. Oh, that's a better deal right there. You could cut that in half for $28. Do you have a bandsaw that you can cut that block in half? Burning Stable? Because that's cheaper than the other one, and it's over twice as thick. And it's the same pattern, the B pattern. If you have a bandsaw and can cut it in half, I'll just get that block and send it to you. Because that's an inch thick. So that would work great. All right. Well, we'll just plan on doing that. I will get back with you in either text or email, though. Well, good deal, sir. Well, thank you for your help. I think it'll look awesome with that handle on it. Yeah, I think that knife with that handle. And I'm pretty sure, how long is the handle on this? Pretty sure I'll have a nice little chunk at the end of it that maybe I could make a bead out of. And I've got a bandsaw. I've got all kinds of woodworking tools. I'm really good at woodworking and could actually build furniture if I wanted to. And I've got all kinds of woodworking tools. So I think you can cut me off a chunk off the end of that and I can make a nice lanyard bead. And polish it up real good. All right, guys. I think I'm going to end it here. Appreciate y'all being here today. Thanks for sticking with me through the trouble with the knife. Y'all see I conquered it. Don't ever give up. My family did a lot of framing and finish carpentry. My uncles did finish carpentry. They made things look nice. So I learned how to do it correctly, I guess you'd say. Finish carpentry is a lot different than just framing. All right, guys. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all.